Well, guys, this is your first time here in South America, and you have just come from Colombia. How was your first contact with Latin American audience? How was your first contact with Latin American people?
Well, it was great. Bogota was amazing. Actually, it was really great. But we have been here before, not to Peru or Colombia, but we've been to Sao Paulo, and we played a festival there a couple of years ago, which was great. So we've had a little experience of South American crowds, but now we're getting to see the big ones. Chili Peppers.
Colombia was pretty nuts because it was in like a big park, and we walked out and there was so many people. But then, I mean, I thought I didn't even see half the people. I thought like the people at the front. I was like, oh my god, there's loads of people. Then I kind of looked back and I was like, it's just all these people as far as you could see.
Pretty cool. And so, talking about your show, the show you're bringing us, your music has like a side, more like a dance floor side, but also more soft, kind of a trippy side. How do you manage this relationship in your on stage? How do you manage this relationship in your music?
Well, it works well because we'll do the dancey numbers, and then we'll get really tired from running around and dancing. So then we'll get to play the really sad ones and have a little cry, and then we'll have a dance again.
Yeah, I also read that you guys dropped from college when you signed with Transgressive Records.
Not me.
No, not you.
Yeah, he finished.
I finished.
Oh, yeah. There was one that.
That was me. But I timed it perfectly. I finished college and then joined the band.
Yeah. My question is, how important is the relationship with a record company nowadays in these internet years when internet opens like a new frontier for musicians? How important is the relationship with a record company?
I think if anything it's more important now than ever because you have to work very, very closely with the people there to be able to get by and to keep doing what you do, because it's very difficult now that every band has a platform with the internet, so everybody can straight away put their music out and find fans and similar bands and things like that. But it makes it it means that you've really got to be close with the people. We can't just ignore what goes on at the label. We have to be almost a bit more like business minded sometimes.
I think it depends if you're a band, a new band, a young band. It depends what you want, because you can do it all on your own fundamentally, and you can find a very small label that's like run by 2 people or 1 person, and they can put your record out and you can record it in your bedroom, or you can choose for a record label to support you, but then in doing that you have to trust them with your baby, so to speak. So I don't know.
And how do you feel about downloads? You know that's a really big issue here in South America with illegal downloads. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that as artists?
Well, as artists, it's really it's so difficult because you can understand why people do it, and it's obvious, and music for a long time was a very expensive commodity, but to the bands it's so important that people keep buying records, because bands just are getting, they're going under because they just can't. If one record doesn't sell enough, then the next time if it goes even lower, then bands can be dropped, and it means that everything, they don't get the chance to keep making records.
Unless they do it in their bedrooms.
Unless
which is what's happening. Yeah. But I mean, there's nothing you can do about downloading. It's like, I don't know.
It's part of culture now. It's gonna, the way that we get through it is we just tour and play live as much as we can, because you can't download that. You've got to be there. So,
and also if downloading is more accessible than buying records, because records are really expensive, then if 1 million people download our album instead of 100 people buying it, then that means 1 million people have heard our album, which means it reaches way further, and it means when we then go to play in these countries, people have heard our music.
Yeah, but that's a really big thing, because normally we don't get the chance to buy the original
physical copies.
Yeah, most of the people here in South America know bands from outside because of the download.
Because of the download. Yeah, well then that's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It is good. If it's not there to buy it, you've got to get it somehow.
Yeah, so piratebay.com. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
.org, I believe.
.org. Wow, I always make that.
What an advert.
Well, thank you.